Hello and welcome to the Daily Comic and Collectible, episode 334. Now today, the collectible of the day is the AMC hit series, The Walking Dead, Teddy Bear Girl, autographed art print. From the AMC hit series, The Walking Dead, comes this authentic autographed tie-dye style art print of Teddy Bear Girl, played by and signed by Addie Miller, who played the creepy zombie girl on the hit TV series. This art print measures 7.25 inches by 5.35 inches and includes a certificate of authenticity from Iconic Ink Management, released by Horror Block. Now, the comic of the day is The Walking Dead, issue number 113, with the release date of August 2013, with story by Robert Kirkman, art by Charles Adlard, and cover by Charles Adlard. This issue is the fifth part of Volume 19, March to War. Paul and Aaron are seen sneaking towards a Savior outpost. Aaron acknowledges that the outpost is completely empty, and Paul explains that Dwight informed them that the outpost was still in use. Paul then realizes that the Saviors must have gone to Alexandria early, and exclaims, "Oh, damn," in horror. After the failed ambush, Rick asks Negan, "What now?" Andrea's frustrated that Rick is standing in the way of her shot of Negan, but realizes there's too many Saviors, and Rick and the others wouldn't be safe if she started shooting. She tells herself, "They won't die," when Connor suddenly appears behind her and replies, "Is that so?" Negan informs Rick that now they're going to find out just how fucked up he really is. He goes on to explain that snipers give away their position after just a few shots, risking their lives greatly if they stay stationary afterwards, and informs Rick that Andrea is as good as dead. Angered, Rick tries to attack Negan, but Negan easily knocks him to the floor. Suddenly, Carl shoots a chunk out of Lucille, which makes Negan even more furious and vengeful. Back in the bell tower, Andrea tries to assist in the shootout, but is disarmed by Connor. Negan calls Carl a skull-faced little fuck and talks about Lucille, who is the only bitch he ever loved. Rick tries to tackle him, but Negan throws him off easily. Negan demands the safe zone defenders throw Carl over the wall, or he will kill everybody. After Eric tells him off, Negan threatens to kill all 4 survivors trapped outside: Rick, Heath, Nicholas, and Holly, using Lucille. Meanwhile, Connor tosses his knife as he wants to savor his kill. Andrea attacks Connor, but he quickly gains the upper hand. Negan reminisces about how much he used to love Carl, and as he had huge balls, though now he realizes how annoying that is. Rick warns Negan that their arrangement is over if he kills Carl, but Negan says it's already over, as Rick tried to kill him. He lets Rick know that by attacking him, he set off a chain of events that could lead to the death of his people, though he deemed Carl's shooting Lucille a more pressing concern. He goes on to explain how much Lucille means to him, before getting frustrated that Alexandria still hasn't delivered Carl. Negan once again reiterates that he can't kill Rick, not wanting to turn him into a martyr, and has to break him instead, so he's decided that he's going to break him by killing Carl. And even if that's not enough, Rick already wants to kill him, so it's not like he has anything to lose. Rick begs him not to, but Negan gleefully tells him Lucille will have her revenge. With that, he orders the Saviors to line up the survivors. Meanwhile, Connor beats up Andrea in the bell tower and starts to strangle her. While doing so, he tells her how sorry he is for her. As he can see by her face, she's lived through a lot. At that moment, Andrea manages to grab Connor's knife. She slashes Connor's arm and pushes him towards the window, holding the knife to Connor's throat. Suddenly, Rick sees a figure fall from the tower and yells out in despair, assuming it's Andrea. Negan tells him not to act surprised and adds that Rick has more urgent problems. The figure is revealed to be Connor, as Andrea is shown to having survived the attack and reminding herself, "We don't die." Geek fact: Andrea is a character first encountered in issue 2. Andrea is the older sister of Amy and a tough and very skilled woman. She's very talented with firearms and became one of the group's key defenders because of that. After losing her sister, she moved on, forming a relationship with their leader, Rick, and became a mother figure to Rick's son, Carl. Side geek fact: later, Andrea gets bitten by a walker and succumbs to her infection. Later, she's put down by Rick after reanimation. Bonus geek fact: Carl Grimes is also first encountered in issue number 2. He's the son of Rick and Lori Grimes, and the half-brother of Judith Grimes. Carl was so young when the world fell apart that as time went on, he hardened, due to the severe losses in his life. Another side geek fact: Carl is one of the only 2 remaining Atlantis survivors, and is the sole survivor of his family. And final geek fact: Lucille is a wooden baseball bat covered in barbed wire and was first encountered in The Walking Dead, issue number 100, released in July of 2012. It was used by Negan, who was leader of the Saviors, to kill both humans and zombies alike, until Negan's fall. Final side geek fact: Lucille lived on for a while, first with Dwight becoming the new successor. It was then briefly returned to Negan, but was ultimately destroyed in the Whisperer War. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another Daily Comic and Collectible, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. This is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and out.